Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to your second College of Ag section of session of orientation. We are happy that you all joined us today. Uh, Look at Emma's getting some shadows right now. So welcome everyone. We have a really fun hour packed for you today. If you've talked to any of your new CAES homies, then you learned how much fun it is. So don't worry, still had my spoon here from Friday, so it will make an appearance at some points, but we have moved from the red carpet and we are now in the wide open field. So this is your herd huddle. So we've been using hashtag AggieHerd 2020. This is not, this is our little cow friend who will be joining us. So just to kick it off, I am once again your host. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry or you're welcome. We have some fun activities planned for you today. We also have a lot of members from the Dean's office and some current students. So I'm going to ask for our undergraduate academic programs team to come on video right now and give a little wave. So you will get to see them a little bit more throughout this hour. Hello, hello. And in addition to the undergraduate academics team, we have a bunch of our student leaders. So we have some student employees, some Aggie ambassadors, some manners members. So if they want to turn on their camera and give a little wave. Hello, hello, thank you. And thank you to all of you for joining us on this Sunday. Thank you to the staff for joining us on the Sunday. So we'll give you a little overview of what's going to go on today. So we'll go to the next slide. So we got some Zoom pro tips. We'll tell you what we're going to use, what we're not going to use. What we're not going to do today is break Zoom like we did on Friday. That is for sure. But what is an orientation session without a good old icebreaker? Because what is second only to spoons is icebreakers. So yes, we will be doing a connections activity today. We'll be doing that in breakout rooms. We'll go over a little bit more of that in the next slide. And then we also have our secret event, which may or may not be so secret anymore, but it's called the Hurdle to Overcome. We love puns here, folks. So you're all going to have a chance to meet some new students and also compete in a little activity at the end of this and over the next couple of days. And don't worry, folks, we have prizes. I repeat, we have prizes. So we'll go over the Zoom pro tips. Just to, I know that we're probably all way too familiar with Zoom at this point, but we'll be using breakout rooms today. So for our connections activity, you will be all in a small group with a UAP staff member and maybe one of our student leaders. So we have Emma Martinez, who is our animal science advisor, working furiously behind the scenes, trying to split everybody up right now. But the main thing here is to not leave the meeting. Do not leave the meeting. So just let things happen. You will automatically be placed into the breakout room. You'll be taken out of the breakout room, and you just sit tight. So as we're getting ready for that, I'm going to go over what our activity is going to be. So our connections activity. So once you get in your breakout room, you'll be with a group of students, like I said, and don't worry, we'll have a staff member that will re-go over these instructions, but we call it connections. So what is going to happen? One person will start with your name, your major, your hometown, wherever you would like to claim. And you want to share unique things that you like. It could be a hobby, it could be a food you like, a show you're watching, characters you like, books you like, whatever it might be. You're just going to start rambling on facts about yourself. So that first person will go, and if you have something in common with that person, you're going to yell out connection. Then what will happen is that person that was initially rambling, they will turn off their camera, and the next person will start off by introducing themselves. So some things, you cannot connect over name, major, or hometown. You can't also connect over very obvious facts like, I am human, I'm a UC Davis student, because those are things that we are all have in common. So we're trying to do, you want to go as general as possible, so it's not like you're the only person on the world that has this fact about them, but also not too general that people don't really get to learn a lot about you. I like spoons. That is a very valuable, that is a great fact. Thank you. You're already practicing the chat. So for this activity, we're going to ask if you're able to, once we get in the breakout rooms, if you could turn on your cameras. However, if you cannot, or that's not your thing, we completely understand. As long as your audio is working, it's just with the cameras turning on and off, it kind of helps us staff members keep track of who went and who still needs to go. Once you have done your rambling on about yourself, you might have something you might have a connection or something in common. I want to say common and connection at the same time. You might have something in common with someone else. So with that, you could totally use the reactions button, give them a thumbs up, give them a clap. We're all homies here. We're all friends here. And we're going to go through this until everyone has had a turn. However, the last person doesn't get off scot-free. The last person basically will have to ramble on about themselves until the first person has something in common with them. So you don't want to be last. You also can't reuse connections. So I'm going to tell you right now, if one person says, I like spoons, and someone connects with them, the next person can't say, I like spoons, and then that person connects with that. So a connection can only be used once. You can say it again because that might just be an important part of who you are, but no one will be able to connect with you based on that. So Alina's being great right now. She has the written instructions, and like I said, you'll have a staff member who will facilitate the activity, so you don't need to worry about all that right now. But before we go into our breakout rooms, we are going, don't worry, the staff member will help you out. We don't want this to be a stressful activity at all. But we are going to take down the slides for right now, and I'm gonna bring up, I don't know if you all remember, one of our charades extraordinaires. It is the egghead herself, Lane DeLorme, to lead us in a short activity before we go into breakout rooms.
Hi. Great to see you all again, new Aggies. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Jocelyn Rodriguez for her controversial opinion. I also like forks better than spoons. So if we were playing the game we're about to play, which is this or that, and I was given the choice, I'm seeing a lot of anger in this chat right now. Heresy. If I were asked to choose between a spoon or a fork, I think a fork is a more helpful utensil. But while Miss Emma Martinez is getting us all organized into breakout rooms for our next game, we're going to play a little game of this or that. So go ahead and turn on your cameras, come on up on screen. I'm gonna give you guys two options. And if you prefer the first option, the this, you're gonna put your hands on your head. If you prefer the that option, the second choice that I give, you're gonna put your hands on your shoulders. And we'll just kind of get to see what everyone prefers in this group. So the first question is, do you prefer a dog or a cat? Dog. Yes. Dog lovers unite. We love dogs. My dog's happy to see all these dog lovers with us. Okay, the next one. Do you all prefer Coke or Pepsi? Coke or Pepsi? Coke. Is it because of the taste or is it because of the commercials, guys? Let's be honest. It's because of the commercials. Okay, let's look at pancakes versus waffles. Ooh, this is a good kind of 50-50 split. I feel like pancakes, you can add so much stuff to them, but waffles by themselves are just simple and delicious. Okay, how about cake or pie? It's your birthday. Are you going with the classic birthday cake? Or are you whipping up a pie? What kind of pies do y'all make? Throw that in the chat. All right. How many of you all are caffeine drinkers? We have preferences for coffee or tea? Tea, I've seen a lot of tea in the chat, but yeah, kind of 50-50. Put your hands up if you don't drink either. You're like a caffeine-free lifestyle. This is a rare thing. Good for you, Jules. All right, how about beach or mountains? If you had to choose to go on a trip, go to the beach. Looks like kind of a lot of beach in this crowd. Okay. How about my early birds, my morning people versus my night owls? I don't know if you can be both. How are you both? You just don't sleep? Like, okay. Would you prefer to be extraordinarily hot, sweaty, miserable, or freezing cold. You have to choose one. Yeah, I feel like hot, you can always turn on a fan or something, but being cold hurts. It's just painful to be cold. Okay, if you could choose between time travel or space travel. Time, lots of time. Anyone for space? Oh yeah, okay, couple space travelers. I'd be afraid of space travel. Okay, house chores. You would prefer to do the dishes or you would prefer to do the laundry? I'm a dish doer. This you guys will definitely have to sort out when you have roommates. That'll be the big fight. Who's doing what? Keeping that apartment clean. Okay. City versus country. City, country. A lot of city lovers. You guys are gonna have to adapt when you get out to Davis. Okay. Let's talk about pizza. We have a big debate on our staff team about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. So yes, pineapple pizzas are awesome. I love them. Or ew, pineapple should never get put on a pizza. This always generates a lot of controversy for all of us. Okay. Would you guys rather get a phone call? You want to talk to someone on the phone, have a full conversation, or just send me a text? Call or text? Kind of mixed. I feel like it depends on the person. Who am I talking to? Why are we talking? Okay, how about this one then? Text versus voicemail. You might get more details, but yes, no one likes voicemail anymore, huh? All right, guys. Emma's ready, so we are going to shoot out to our breakout rooms now to play the connections activity.
All right, everyone. Hopefully you got to learn some fun facts. I know that, not that I'm biased, but my group really just finished up really quickly, so we're a bunch of rock stars. No big deal or anything, but we got to learn some cool things about each other. So the next is we are going to move into our secret event. Got to share pets. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not hating on everyone else. I'm just saying that we were rock stars in ours. We did not get to share pets. So I feel like we're doing a disservice right there. Okay. So the next activity, collects taxidermy. Wow. These are some fun facts. Sorry, now I'm getting distracted, but so the next activity, little play on words, we love the herds, is our hurdle to overcome. So we are going to break out into new breakout rooms. And the students that are in your breakout room will be on your team. I'm going to say this 3 times because there have been some other students in past herd huddles that have not. The minute you get into that breakout room, you exchange contact information with your team. Make that a priority. I will say do that first because sometimes you're going to miss the 5-minute warning and then you get cut off and we have no idea who's on whose team. So make sure you get everyone's names and contact information so that you know how to get a hold of them. We're going to allow you to start this activity now, and then you can continue the activity. Basically, you have until Tuesday at 8 p.m. to complete it. So what it is it's kind of, we built like a digital escape room type thing, and you and your team will be helping Simon the squirrel and Cora the cow. I know that some of you are on campus, so if you have been on campus and you've taken a little walk around, you realize how many squirrels there are, and obviously UC Davis is known for the cows. So Simon the squirrel, Cora the cow, they're going through their first quarter here at Davis, and it is your team's responsibility to try and help them navigate through their first quarter. There are different types of puzzles, and in the chat, Alina will be dropping links, so you want to make sure you also click on those before you meet with your teams. So a link to Google Slides is where the journey is, and it all corresponds with a Google form. So you need those 2 things. let me see. So each clue coordinates with something on the Google form. If you get stuck or if you have any questions, there is an email address. So that's also in the chat. So aggieambassadors@cas.ucdavis.edu. We will be replying and monitoring that over tomorrow and Tuesday. So we will get back to y'all. Like I said, each puzzle contains a written clue and an audio clue. So make sure that you listen up for that. And there's also additional clues or additional hints on our Facebook and Instagram. So if you don't follow Instagram yet, this is our shameless plug to get you to check it out. So it's at CAES Students, and then on Facebook it's CAES Students. So you can check out for additional hints. Like I said, if your team gets stuck along the way, contact that email address. If you've gotten the answer correct, it will allow you to move on in the form. However, if it's incorrect, it'll say try again. So that is how you know if your answers are correct, is that you'll be able to move on to the next clue. Once we put you into the breakout rooms, you will have the rest of the hour to exchange contact information with your teammates and create a plan to start solving the puzzle. So with that, I know we're probably still working on breakout rooms, but I'm going to ask, oh, we have prizes. But before I even talk about the prizes, I'm going to allow the Dean's Office staff, because we have been at all of these herd huddles. So Dean's Office staff, if you all want to hop on, if you're still here, give a quick wave and you are good for go. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Also the students, so any student leaders, if you all want to give a quick wave, and you can peace out too. But yes, so this is a competition. It is a team competition and there are prizes. So we have prizes for the first, second, and third teams. And it includes a one and only, no, we have a lot of them, but a College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences reusable spoon, folks. Yes, it is branded. There may be a fork and knife in there too, but apparently we only care about spoons these days. So yes, we have reusable cutlery. That'll be part of it. And there will be a completion prize for everyone. So at the end of the form, you'll have the opportunity to put in all of your team names and email addresses. So make sure that you put that all in there. So let me, oh, and before we also move into our breakout rooms, we'll go to the next slide, just a couple of last minutes. So there are still more events. I know that you all have been on Zoom for 8 million hours, but wait, there's more. So tomorrow we'll be at Davis Fest. I know that that has been thrown around a lot. Davis Fest is like an online tabling event. The College of Ag will be represented there. We'll have some Aggie ambassadors. We'll have some Manners students, as well as one of our student employees who will help get you connected to any major related clubs and organizations. So please, between 3 and 5, you don't have to be there for the whole time, but definitely pop in if you can. September 29th, you've met your major advisor through their webinar, maybe through a one-on-one appointment, but now you get a little bit more time with them before classes begin. So they have some great programming for you. That'll be on Tuesday. In addition to that, classes start Wednesday, folks. Get ready. So classes will start on Wednesday, and with that, you might need a little bit of break from all the studying and the learning and all that. So we are bringing you game time with the College of Ag and Environmental Sciences advising team. So hopefully you've learned at this point that we like to do things in a fun manner. So if you need a little bit of a break and want to come on in and play some games, we really encourage you all to do that. November 17th is Coffee with the Dean. So we remember Dean Dillard also had her spoon on hand, and Associate Dean Sue Ebler will be there as well. They probably won't have spoons. Maybe they will. I don't know these days. But that is an opportunity to engage with them in a more informal, casual setting. And then last but not least is Study Break. So Study Break will be a social media campaign type thing that'll start on December 7th and go through the 18th. We will, if you don't write down these dates right now, that's okay. It will be on our Instagram. It will be on our Facebook. We will be sending out some messaging to the whole, to all College of Ag students about this. So try to make note of it now, but it's okay if you don't. And at this point, I'm going to see if we're ready for breakout rooms.
We are ready to roll.
We are ready to roll. So we're going to move in your breakout rooms. Good luck with the hurdle to overcome. Good luck with classes on Wednesday. Please don't be strangers. Keep your chin up, make good choices, all of those things. We will be closing all the breakout rooms at 5 p.m. sharp. So like I said, make sure you connect with your students, the other students that are on your team, get the contact information, because once we close it out, you cannot come back. We will be done. So you have from now until 5 o'clock to get a head start.